One thing I've noticed that always gets restaurants press coverage is when a celebrity leaves a big tip. So if we were to get an impersonator to pose as a celebrity and leave a $10,000 tip at Joe K's Deli, the real celebrity would never deny it was them because it makes them look so good, and Joe K's would instantly become the talk of the town. Look at this food. You want it, right? Well, you can't have it unless you pay a visit to Joe K's Deli restaurant in the small town of Vernon, California. But lately, owner Steve Mullen has been struggling to draw in customers from the rest of LA County.
People are not aware of us anymore. So we need something new. We need exposure.
The problem could be that the last piece of press they got was from an unknown news journal published over a decade ago. So I decided to pay Steve a visit with a plan to change that.
I do watch that program on TV with, was it Dine and Drive, is it?
With diners, dive-ins, and drives.
Yeah. It's a good show.
Well, you know this isn't that show, right?
Yeah, I know it's not.
Okay, yeah. That's Guy Fieri.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to contact them, no?
How to get on diners, drive-ins, and dives?
Yeah.
I don't know how to get on that show.
No. Well, you came through, so let's see. I'll be very happy to work with you to get this thing promoted.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed that always gets restaurants press coverage is when a celebrity leaves a big tip. So if we were to get an impersonator to pose as a celebrity and leave a $10,000 tip at Joe K's Deli, the real celebrity would never deny it was them because it makes them look so good, and Joe K's would instantly become the talk of the town.
Okay. Yeah.
Steve was excited about my plan to get him some new press, but to pull off the illusion of a major star leaving a giant tip, I would need a celebrity impersonator who was completely convincing. So I held an open audition to see if anyone had the goods.
Do not go in there. Woo! Yikes. Well, all righty then.
So are you a Jim Carrey impersonator or an Ace Ventura impersonator?
I guess I'm more focused towards Ace, but I'm a little bit of Jim Carrey overall.
With all the talent that came in, it was hard to decide who would be best for this critical role.
If you live like that, blood runs cold.
So once the auditions were done, I brought the footage to Joe K's to see who Steve liked the most.
You're no longer there.
He doesn't look like Bill Gates.
When I founded Microsoft,
I don't think this guy will work.
Steve turned out to be a pretty tough audience.
Can you feel it? Yeah.
No.
And of the dozens of options I showed him, he seemed to really only connect with one.
Jerry, I'm pleading with you.
I like this guy.
Kramer from Seinfeld?
Yes.
The guy was a dead ringer from Michael Richards, who played Kramer on Seinfeld. I was a little concerned about his relevance. Do you think he might be a little bit dated?
Maybe, but a lot of people know him.
But Steve loved him, so we officially decided that Michael Richards would be the celebrity leaving the tip. And later that week, I had our impersonator meet me at a rehearsal space I rented so we could run through the plan. Is this something you do full-time, or?
For a while, I was doing it a lot. And then when Michael Richards, when he had his little problem, like after the Comedy Store,
Right.
my persona was, for a little while, corporately non gratis.
Right.
I know Michael Richards is a great guy. I know he's not racist.
I began by asking Ostro to walk me through how he would leave a large tip at a restaurant as Michael Richards to be sure his performance was realistic. And whenever you're ready. It was clear right away we had some work to do. I think it might be a little bit too big. Remember, people need to believe you're Michael Richards, not Kramer.
Got it.
Okay, cool. But after hours of rehearsal, it felt like we were getting closer to a believable performance. A lot better.
That's what I do.
But to pull off this tip under the scrutiny of the media, the details would matter. It seemed like the centerpiece of every celebrity tipping story is a photo of the transaction receipt with the celebrity's full name and account number on it. If we faked the receipt, there's a chance a nosy journalist could verify the transaction and expose the fraud. So if we really wanted it to appear real, we'd have to use a bank card that was owned by someone with the same name as our celebrity. So I started calling every Michael Richards listed in the local white pages to ask for permission to borrow their bank card for a one-time transaction they'd be fully reimbursed for. And for
No, man, that sounds fucking stupid. Like, so stupid. I'm gonna give you my credit card over the phone so that you can charge my card $10,000 and then give me $250.
But unfortunately, none of them would help me out.
Could you put me on your do not call list, please? Thank you.
Okay, hello? Mr. Richards?